Hey yo, it's your boy Los. Let's get it.
As fans of these rappers, we just wait to eat the music they sell. Feed me. Waiting on the album like they probably cooking me some caviar, spruce with some snails. Feed me. But what they make is weak. It's just some bacon grease infused with some gel. The average human can tell, but you been sitting there so long you just got used to the smell. I got some trueness to tell. Let's take it back to where Lucifer fell. He was the most beautiful angel. His body was home to where music indwelled. It was music that made him so beautiful, spitting out bars like his tooth was in jail. Then he started thinking that he could be God. That's when he was rebuked and expelled. But before he fell, he spoke to the angels up there to confuse and compel them. One final attempt to steal glory from God, he made up the untruest of tales and said he was a god, and he blinded their eyes with his music like using a veil. And 1/3 of the angels believed in pursuing his trail. They got booted as well. And
Alright, so we're talking this sort of kind of rainy afternoon about J Monty's latest album, Testify-Season 1. Hope this windows down doesn't bother y'all like that, but it's just kind of hot. Anyway, so it's getting that way. I'm gonna start from the beginning and let you know that I am not a J Monty fan. I used to be when he first started his first album. It was a free album from Rapzilla, and I fell in love from the door, right? He was just a phenomenal MC. Just a dope all-around album to me. It was a little braggadocious, not gonna lie, but for the most part, I was like, yo, I was just impressed, right, with him, and I just liked him a lot. And then time went on, I heard the next album, and it's like he had a little bit more braggadocious. Then I heard some of his features, and they were braggadocious. And so I think at the beginning he tried to have a good balance of, glorifying the Lord, and then, kind of, I'm a dope MC. And then as time went on, as far as I'm concerned, that kind of shifted. So if it was here, so brag on the Lord, dope MC, it kind of went like this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit more like this here, but it kind of up and down. I just kind of I lost taste with that, because I'm not a fan of cats that claim to rap for the Lord or claim Christian in general, and yet take the time to make a point to brag on themselves and boast how dope they are. I'm just not a fan of that. But anyways, and so this album here, I was hesitant of getting, not gonna lie, only because I didn't want to partake in that. That's just me. And so, very hesitant, but I love what I do with you guys and everything, so I said I'm going and cop it. Got it, and I'm still where I'm at when I say that he's braggadocious. Throughout this album here, he made it real clear that he was a dope MC. He said he got quiet, and a lot of people got happy. He's basically saying he stopped rapping for a little bit, and people got excited about him not rapping, so like it was their chance to shine or step in. You know what I'm saying? They basically like, when they're saying when the mouse away, the cat's away, the mice will play kind of ordeal. And so by him being quiet, he gave them a chance to do their thing. Now he's back now. I didn't like that, man. There's a couple other little small little tidbit verses throughout the album. Just talking about his style and his skills and how nice he is. I just don't like that. I'm not gonna lie and say that he didn't speak of the Lord, speak highly of the Lord. He did. I think he did a good job with that. That's just, I think he did a good job with that. Just making known that, we need Christ, making known that God is who we should worship, who we should follow, who we should run after. I think he did a good job with that. Could have been better, of course. I think if he would have tucked out more of me and put more of about Christ, then I think it'd have been easier to gravitate to that. But for the most part, so I think he did a good job. But one thing that cannot be denied about J Monty, whether I agree with him or like him or not, is he's just a talented MC. He is a bars kind of guy. He said he either sleeps or lives with his Bible and his dictionary or the Thor. Let me say dictionary. Basically, what I'm saying. So he stays in the Word, and he's crafty with the words. You know what I'm saying? He's a crafty guy, man. I can't deny his skills and his ability, regardless of what. He had a line on this joint here. There's many lines, to be honest with you, but one in particular that has stuck with me since I heard it. And if you know me, I gave the gas, like, whoo, the gas face quick, like, whoa. But he did that. The line when he said, "They stand behind plastic like they giving Nicki the Heimlich," and I was like, damn. That was just a dope verse. And so even in my even in my attempt to not enjoy the album because of some things that I was hearing, I have to admit, you know what I'm saying, he is a barsman. He is, you know, he takes time to craft his word game, and I salute him for that. You know what I'm saying? Not many cats nowadays do that. He does. He might do a little too much. He might try to focus on the bars too much, and then that kind of, you know, it flows back to how nice he is by making the bars the focal point of his album, which, like I said, makes like, hey, listen to me, look how dope I am, listen to my bars. But regardless of all that, his bars are just phenomenal. I'm a little surprised or confused because I thought he was on a major label. There was a big thing about that, how J Monty got signed to, I want to say, please, I couldn't find it, but I think he was signed to Sony or something like that. But if that's the case, I'm really shocked about this album here because it says Testify-Season 1, so maybe there's a Season 2 coming. But the production on this album was pathetic. Like, it was, and this is gonna sound hypocritical, I guess, coming from me, because if you heard whenever I have did a review on, you know, Christ-centric or Lamp Mode or someone, you know, Humble Beast, someone like that, I always make reference to the fact that the production isn't over the top, like a Lecrae over the top, or it's not always trying to be funky and nothing like that. It's just, you know, a drum sample and a bass line, right? But in that, it's still good. Like the homie Will, although he might not try to overdo it, like, you know, like Reach Records, he still puts out dope production. Chris Jones puts out dope production. James, the homie James from Facebook.com/ReformBars puts out. Sorry, that's an inside thing. He puts out dope production. You know, we can really go down the line of guys who put out dope production, and it might not be over the top, but it's still dope. On this album here, it was. I felt like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I felt like he lost his album budget, and he just said, "Bump it, I got it." Went to the studio himself and just started pushing buttons and just playing. I don't know. It was just it was terrible production. Like, there was maybe like the very last song. I forgot the name of it though. I like it. It's like my only song on the album that I really like, top to bottom. The very last one, that beat was dope, and how he rolled that beat on that was dope. But for the most part, it was just a very type. It was just whack. The production was very whack, and I think, to me, it distracted me a lot. Actually, to be honest with you, it distracted me from wanting to hear what he got to say. There should be a beautiful marriage in the two, so the production should be somewhat, you know, viable, as well as the bars should be on point. And I felt that in many songs the bars were on point, but the production, so sorry, something in my eye, but the production was just very less than mediocre. You know what I'm saying? So that was weird. Another thing I didn't like about the album was, I'm gonna date myself, but if you remember, those who remember Music Lamb or Sam Goody or whatever, the music stores inside the mall. Well, one thing we had when I was growing up, we had they had singles and they had maxi singles. So the singles, you know, you go get a single, it probably got on side A, probably got one song, and then side B got an instrumental of that song, right? You get a maxi single, you might get two songs on side A and then two instrumentals, and then you may on side B get some remixes, right, of those of that one or two songs, right? But in some cases, if you're lucky, you'll get side A, the song, and then, you know, or two or three songs, whatever, and the instrumentals. And on side B, you'll get snippets, right, of upcoming songs, right? So there might be 6 songs on the back, but they're all like 20-30 seconds long. You know what I'm saying? Not long, not too long, not too overbearing, just enough just to remind you that some heat is on the album, or give you heads up that some heat's on the album, right? So I'll say all that to say, I felt like this album was just that. So maybe Season 1 is just gearing us up for Season 2, because all the songs, I don't think there's a song longer than 3 minutes, right? And it's just like the beat kicks in, and it's a corny beat, but the beat kicks in, and then a little bit of talking, and then he starts rapping, and then when he's done, that's it. When that verse is done, the song is done, and it just fades to black, and it goes to the next song. And it was just like, man, bro, like, and I don't want this to be disrespectful, but I wonder, was it like, what, did you have like brain freezes? Like when you had writer's blocks, you couldn't finish a song or give us more? And that bothered me, you know what I'm saying? Like 12 songs, only 27 minutes. you really could have put three of them songs, actually, yeah, those snippet songs together to make multiple songs. You probably would have given us a nice little EP, like nice little lengthy EP. I don't know, I felt disrespected as far as a consumer on this album because of that. So I felt like he didn't give us adequate enough Christ. But you know what? I don't think he sees himself as a Christian hip hop artist, so I don't necessarily think I can pin that on him. If he doesn't, that's fine. You don't have to be. But he didn't give us adequate enough Christ. This is my personal opinion. And he didn't give us some decent bars, and the length of the songs were very short. I think there's a part 2 coming. Like I said, I'm not excited about the part 2 because this part 1 to me didn't push me into a mindset of, man, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more of a, if it happens, it happens. I'm even less excited now than I was when I first heard the album was dropping. Yeah, and then also, I'm gonna mess this up because I didn't research this. I'm so sorry. I thought I knew it, but then I realized now that I don't think I knew it or knew it all the way. He was recently, as in earlier this year, I think he was robbed, mugged or something like that happened. Him and his family, I think it was out and about, something happened. I expected to hear a song about that, right? I expected to hear a song dedicated to that and bragging on how God brought us through that, or whatever, but I didn't hear that. He made a little jab at Tedashii. If you guys know, on Twitter, he went at some Reach Records kind of cast, I think Tedashii and I think Andy, maybe Lecrae too, I really don't remember, but I know he went at some dudes because they were stealing his bars. And so the bar you hear, there's a song, I don't follow Yahweh, I follow Yahweh. I don't remember Tedashii using that bar. I don't remember, but that's what was said. And so, yeah, so my point is he had some beef with Cass, and I can't expect to hear a song about that. He took little jabs at things like that. Now, I don't want beef. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to hear a war or a battle track. It's not what I want to hear, but I do want to hear some. I want to hear a song or two in reference of that because of how big of a deal he made it via Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's just me. I'm just that the rap kind of guy like that. I like to hear transparency. I like to hear ruggedness in my songs. I just like that. I don't know. But anyways, at the end of the day, the album is cool. A lot of cats a lot of cats are big fans of J Monty, and I can see why. Like I say, he's a barsmith. He's a barsmith. Like, I can't. As much as I don't like his style, as much as I'm not a fan of his voice and how he sounds, as much as I'm not a fan of a lot of things dealing with Monty, I can't deny that boy doesn't get busy with the pen. Can't deny that. Dude is nice with it. Not in my top 10, not my top 20, but he's nice with it, and I gotta give him that. I really gotta give it up to him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so probably the shortest review I ever did in my life. That's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna say good album. Not a dope album, not an overall, just a banging album. It's a good album, worth streaming. I'm not gonna say cop it, but you're grown, do your thing. But yeah, I like it. It was alright. I'm not gonna hear it again though, but it was alright. Alright, y'all. Grace.